Good afternoon. I'm here with Christophe Bavière, co-CEO of Eurazeo. Good afternoon, Christophe.
Good afternoon, David.
Please introduce your firm briefly.
Eurazeo is an investment firm. We manage 36 billion euros. We focus on Europe. We focus on mid-market. We have an investment style which is to back companies that are growing. So we back growth, and we back also companies that have an ESG strong component. We cover the full spectrum of what can be done in Europe in mid-market. We are a large player in venture, in growth. We have an activity in small mid buyout, mid-large buyout, secondary. So we cover the full spectrum of what can be done in equity. We also have 20% of what we do is in private debt, where we are a clear leader, and 5% of what we do is in real assets, real estate, and infrastructure.
Thank you. You've just been on a panel called Managing Trillions and Delivering Returns. What is the current state of private capital, and importantly, are the good times over or are they coming back?
It's a good question. First, we see all of us that the asset class, that the industry called private equity is growing. And this industry has been growing because it has delivered that performance. So it's a good question. Now that we see record years in terms of amount, are we still able to deliver outperformance? What I would like to, the first part of my answer is to say that the need for private financing in the European economy is growing faster than the offer of money. It's the need to consolidate the European industry, to consolidate the European patchwork of mid-market companies, the need to finance infrastructure in Europe, the need to finance energy transition infrastructure. When we see the level of debt of the different states in Europe, it will not be done by public money. It will be done by private money. It will be done by funds dedicated to infrastructure. So my point is to say, given the need for private financing, there is absolutely no doubt, and it was clear during our panel, that the ability of private financing, private equity, private debt, and infrastructure to continue to outperform and to deliver more than an outperformance that is only due to illiquid assets. It's much more than that. So private equity is delivering much more than an illiquidity premium. It is continuing to deliver strong outperformance. If your question is, are the good times over? Part of the easy times is over.
Yes.
There has been a period where debt was easy to get access to, where debt was incredibly cheap. So there was a period in our industry where to back a company, to leverage it, and to sell it, and to benefit from an arbitrage of multiple was easier than today. Today, these easy times are gone. If you take a company and if you don't help it to grow faster than average, if you don't help it to adapt its business model to the digitalization, to the artificial intelligence, if you don't help your company to grow internationally, to capture markets where it is not implemented today. For example, if you help your company to go into the Asian markets, if you don't help your company to do a buy and build strategy, to consolidate the European market, which is still a patchwork. So if you don't bring value to your portfolio companies, if you don't work alongside them during the holding period, the easy times are gone. You will never be able to deliver the outperformance that is expected from us.
And obviously, Eurazeo has a very good way of engaging with their portfolio.
Yes, because the beauty, why do we think big? Why do we want to be a platform? Why do we have this idea of not being only specialized on a niche, but to cover the full spectrum of the market? It is because this is a way to invest resources to better help our company to grow. We have a team of 6 people only dedicated to help our company to improve their ESG processes. This is key. When we sell a company that has significantly improved its ESG risk control, we sell it better. We have a team of 10 people based in Shanghai, in China, only dedicated to help our company to find clients, to sell their products in China. You see, this is a lot of money, this is a lot of resources, and we are doing that for China today. But obviously, there is a natural move for Eurazeo, which would be we should also be doing that for the Indian market. which is either more fragmented, either more difficult than the Chinese market. So the idea is that for us, we are continuing to invest resources to better help our company to grow.
Talking about consolidation, but of GPs, that was the topic of the panel. Why is it important?
It's important because it's a fact. It's important because the trends that we have seen when the industry was created, these trends are slowing down. For example, the trend, a large number of GPs today are spin-off from institutions, from banks, from insurance companies. Part of who Eurazeo is today is a spin-off from bank insurance companies. This trend is slowing down. Part of the industry today has been created from scratch by pioneers, by very good entrepreneurs, very good private equity entrepreneurs. This trend is also slowing down. So obviously there is a natural trend today to say, and even when you see what Eurazeo is trying to build, there is obviously a need to consolidate because we want to have even more resources to continue to invest to help our company to grow. So there is a natural move in favor of that, and the industry in Europe is still incredibly fragmented. But it's difficult in our industry to join forces. It's difficult to realize external growth. First, you need to have a good momentum in terms of your organic growth. You can only attract interesting future colleagues, future partners, if your own story independently is growing fast. So that's the first difficulty. The second difficulty is that you are integrating people that have their own culture, their own investment style. So it takes time. But at the end of the day, when you do it properly, when you know why you want to do it, because you want to have a better coverage of the different components of our industry, when you are helping also to complete your European coverage, when you understand why, when there is a reason, when there is a good rationale to do it, it can be a very successful story. When you see the case of Idinvest, of OFI Private Equity, who have been integrated inside Eurazeo, they have accelerated, so that's our obsession. We want first external growth to be only an option. Our first bet is on organic growth. And when we do it, we are able to do it a success, to make it a success.
You talked about the need for Europe to attract more capital to grow and consolidate industry. So what can European GPs do to attract more Americans or Asians? And what are you doing on that front?
Well, first, we have an opportunity. I rarely see institutional money or private wealth money in the world that is already over-allocated to Europe, already over-allocated to mid-market in Europe. When you meet a very established, a very mature institutional investor somewhere in the world, usually he has a very mature asset allocation to the US. You may say it is where the market has been invented. He may have a growing asset allocation to Asia because the market is still moving, and he may have a very mature asset allocation to the upper end, to the large cap in the European market. My perception is that still when people think Europe, they tend to underestimate the fact that if you compare the US economy, the Chinese economy, or even the Korean economy to the European economy has an overweight of mid-market companies. If you think about the Korean economy, it is what? A dozen of very large conglomerates, successful. And I'm not saying there is absolutely no mid-market companies, but I'm saying the weight is overweight on large conglomerate. In Europe, there is an incredible opportunity to consolidate. There is an incredible investment universe, which is mid-market companies. So first, what I see is that international money is usually underestimating the weight and the benefit, the investment opportunities that are in the mid-market in Europe. And to do that, what do we need to do as an industry? Usually the way or still to a large extent, the way the European private equity industry is proposing to this international money underweighted on the European market is to say, oh, you want to invest in Italy? I know a good Italian fund. You want to invest in Germany? I know a good German fund. You want to invest in Spain? I know a good. And we need to understand that from a sovereign fund based in Asia, based in the Middle East, or from a very experienced pension fund based in the US, if the value proposition is to say to an investor, oh, you want to invest in Europe, I will select for you German, Spanish, French, Belgium, south of Sweden and north of Portugal. These guys, they say, it's incredibly much too complex for me. So part of the job also of Eurazeo is to say, if you want to have a gate to an investment universe that is still a patchwork, but plenty of opportunities, we are simplifying for you the access to an investment universe which is called Europe.
Thank you, Christophe. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much.